Why are there many people not happy with Singapore for its crony capitalism? What's wrong with that since it's nothing to do with corruption? In fact, crony capitalism is a good system for country development. No matter what the system is, cronyism, meritocracy, communism, and even democracy, there will always be corruptions because it's human nature to be greedy. Although Singapore has a high level of crony capitalism, the Singapore government has no tolerance for corruptions. Otherwise, corrupt ministers, Wan, wouldn't commit suicide for just taking bribes. So if any minister dare to embezzle, they will be ruthlessly persecuted. A lot of people don't understand what crony capitalism is all about, and to be honest, I don't like any kind of capitalism because its purpose is to help the billionaires to control the ordinary people. Big fish eat small fish. Crony capitalism means business and government work together to build the economy for the country, and there shouldn't be any connection to corruptions unless either side wants to be corrupt. In crony capitalism, the government is supposed to protect the economy, impose regulation for business, and also to prevent the rich and the powerful to suppress the ordinary citizens. This is why many ordinary Singaporeans could enjoy at least a decent standard of living. The streets are safe and the city boasts state-of-art infrastructure. In Singapore, I don't see any slum which is like this, but I saw a slum that's like this and was in Los Angeles, and this is what will happen when the billionaires are controlling the system. And don't forget the level of corruption in the US. High. But you see this happening in Singapore despite it's being called crony capitalism. If leaders are corrupt, no matter what kind of system we have, there will always be slums. For example, the Philippines, when Marcos was the president, many of his relatives and friends had become very rich, even though many of them are scammers and criminals. And because of how they exploit crony capitalism, there was a lot of corruptions, and the government is really suppressing the ordinary people. And even until now, we still see a lot of slum in the Philippines. All the presidents of the Philippines so far have their identified friends that have been able to get projects and things like that. This is the reason why you see the country will never grow. But in Singapore, hardly could anyone do that because everything is very transparent. Even if we want to get some project from the government, we will need to use their system for bidding, and we can know everything about our competitors, including their project prices. Therefore, crony capitalism in Singapore is very different. Any Singaporeans can be in crony with the government because the government is working with every one of us together to build out the country. Singaporeans' companies are indirectly owned by the government through sovereign wealth funds such as Temasek and the Government of Singapore Investment Corporation. This model of arrangement separates ownership from management, which promotes greater efficiency. Even the normal hawkers are working with the government to get good rentals and grants, and many of them are successful. Their success not totally depending on the government, but only 1/3 of it. 1/3 is their hard work, and the other 1/3 is luck. And most importantly, many things are transparent in Singapore, and there's unlikely any hidden transaction with the Singapore government. To put it simply, cronyism is just another word for networking to benefit each other. It's whether you want to lick the billionaire or the government boobs. So if the country is free from corruption, can we still say the crony capitalism is bad? Leave down your comments.